Hi friends, my name is Giselle Ibarra. You can call me Sin or Giselle, whatever you prefer. I am an acrylic painter as of now because I am actually venturing into the oil world. I'm going to be taking you guys on the journey of figuring out how to use oil paint, tips and tricks that I learn while I'm learning to oil paint, what I suggest, what mediums I use, all that good stuff. So I'm feeling good about it and I hope you are too, and I hope you stay along for this journey of mine because I think it's going to be really fun and I think we're going to get to know each other a little bit more. There's a quick disclaimer I have to give before we start this video. I've never gone to art school, I've never taken any art lessons, I've never enrolled in any art programs. Everything that I've learned, I've taught myself through the past 7 years with acrylic painting. I am completely new to the oil world. That is why we're doing this video, so we can learn together, and also to encourage you to try something new without having any experience, because while it is amazing to go to art school, not everyone can afford it, not everyone is meant for school. And that doesn't mean you should limit your own potential because you aren't following a set guideline on how to do things. I think that you can always figure out what works for you in your own way of learning, and that is great. Now that we've got that out of the way, starting off with our painting supplies, I did go ahead and purchase these oil paints from the brand Winton. I am unsure of the quality, as again, I am a beginner at oils, but we are going to figure it out together as we go to see what works best. Second step is your medium. I purchased this refined linseed oil, which helps speed up the drying time of the oil paint. Since again, I am new to this, I also purchased this solvent-free gel, and I'm going to be trying both out to see which one I like best. And your painting palette, of course. Mine is glass. I really love it. I got it from a local shop, which I will list up above. Now to start your painting, and I know you're about to ask me, what is that? This is burnt sienna acrylic paint. Why do we use it as artists? Why do you always have that orange base? It just helps map everything out, as you can see me doing right here with the little base layer before you start filling it in. So here I started filling it in with oil and I ran into my first problem. Color blocking is the process of laying all of your shades down before you blend. This not only ensures a very smooth transition in what you're painting, it also is helpful to not get your colors to be super muddy or gunky on top of each other, which plays into the second problem I encountered. And I know you're gonna ask, but why are these two things a problem? The piece looks great, the gradient of the sky looks great. Yes, I agree. When you're painting gradients, it might not be such a big issue if you're not color blocking, and if you're casually blending as you paint, that's not really that big of a deal. But when you are painting subjects that need bigger definition, it will be a big deal because you'll get... This little mountain could have been lovely if I would have just color blocked and not blended on the canvas. But overall, we did okay. I give it a 6 out of 10. When I came back the next day, I realized that I was missing a very important step. Now I know you're about to ask me, what is that? What is it you're doing? Why are we doing this? We are preparing, or quote unquote priming, our canvas. This is very important as it gives you an even ground to work on and ensures that your paint glides on there very, very smoothly. Now you are gonna have to wait 10 to 14 hours before you start painting, but once you do, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be really, really happy that you primed your canvas. I didn't prime my canvas the first time, but with this painting I did, and I immediately noticed the difference. It was amazing. And here we are learning from our first mistakes. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We are color mapping or color blocking, whatever you want to call it. This just makes sure that everything blends out very, very, very smoothly. Again, we learned the first time, we don't want to blend as we go. We just want to place all of our colors where they're supposed to go. Painting with oils this way ensures that you get that very, very smooth transition in your clouds or whatever it is you're painting, especially because with oils, you don't need to blend so much. It really is the finesse of laying everything down. But don't worry if you overblend or you make mistakes. That's what we're here for. We're here to learn. The tip that I've learned with oil painting is you want to go ahead and apply your darkest shade to your lightest shade. This isn't necessarily the same thing we do with acrylic paint, as acrylics dry quicker, but with oil paints, for it to be seamless, you should start with your darkest shade and progressively move to your lightest shade. With oil painting as well, you want to make sure that detailing is the very last thing you do, because you need to make sure that all of the shading, all of the figures, all of the shapes are exactly where they are intended to be before you go ahead and add those finer details in, especially since your finer details tend to be parts of the painting you want to lighten or parts of the painting you want to make darker. You want to save these for last. Trust me on that. And for my final tip, use makeup brushes to blend. If there's any piece of advice you take from me is using makeup brushes. Please do it. Just like that, voila! I'm happy. I'm really happy. I didn't expect it to go this well. I definitely felt some turbulence along the way. Honestly, a lot of the things that I've learned and like techniques with acrylic painting, especially for skies, can be applied the same way with oil painting. I'm like, don't play with me. I hope you guys enjoyed these past 2 little studies I did. I'm gonna continue doing them, so if you want to learn with me, now that I kind of have a solid foundation on how to do clouds and a landscape background with oil, I would love to do a tutorial. A sky tutorial for acrylic and a sky tutorial for oil. Using kind of the same techniques, but different since the medium is different. But yeah. We did it! Bye. Yeah. Gesso. Love learning new things. Love. How to say gesso. It's time to clean my paintbrushes. I'm very nervous about that because with acrylic, you know, you just use water. Gesso. It's fun to do Bob Ross videos. Yeah, like paint with me's, but my version. I also talk a lot, so gesso. Clear gesso.